Treat your savings account like it's another bill. No exceptions. It has to get paid. And if your bank has the option to hide the savings account, please do that. I feel like that helps me not look at it, not remember that it's there, out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. We got goals to accomplish in 2025. Ain't no playing around.
Hello guys, welcome back to Inside Republic. On today's video, we'll be talking about saving $1,000 per month. Well, people trying to save $1,000 a month often cut expenses, they budget wisely, and they fund extra income sources. Kindly like and share this video, subscribe and follow for more videos like this. And to show us some extra love, you can send us some super thanks. We'll truly appreciate that. Now let's watch the following video clips.
Here's 3 things that we did that were straight up Dave Ramsey. Number 1, the first thing we did was get $1,000 in savings. That was step number 1. Have that aside. Did I think that was enough? Did I think that was actually going to save the day and help us out in a true emergency? No, but it was a start. Step number 2 is we listed everything from smallest to largest. We included things like cell phones that we pay monthly with our cell phone provider, but we went ahead and listed those out because that is a debt that we owed. So smallest to largest, everything. And then we started cutting. Where can we cut back? What streaming services do we not need? Do I actually go to the gym when I'd rather just walk my neighborhood? Probably not.
Save $1,000 this month. April 1st, new month, new goals. I'm challenging myself this month to save $1,000 and get 1,000 followers on TikTok. So if you guys want to use this template at the end of the video, I do have a screenshot of this template. So what you do is each day you pick one number and you just save it. So you can either start with $5, $10, $15, $55, $65. Today I started with $15. So I just take out $15 in cash. You can put it in an envelope. I have stuffed cash in envelopes. You can put it under your mattress. Girl, just save it. And if you cross off one of these numbers every day, you will save $1,000.
But honey, let's start saving. Every day you're gonna come here and I'm gonna tell you how much money you're gonna put to the side, and you gotta put it somewhere where you're not gonna go and grab it and tell yourself it's just $10. We're gonna start today with $10. June 1st, $10. Put it somewhere where you're not gonna touch it.
I can only save money in increments of like $250 or $500. Like, okay, I did my budget for January. I didn't think I could save that much, but it's like, oh, I originally wanted to save $1,000, right? This January. And then I see the end of my budget. I still have $557 and some change left. I'm like, ooh, I can put an additional $500. But here's the thing. That means for the next 10 days, I only have $57 to spend. Because if I cannot put $400, $300. I may do $250. I may do $250 in my account, but I don't even like doing that. I just like saving in increments of $500.
I was tanning outside, but I just got this little bug. 1,000 saving challenge. Super adorable. I'm gonna explain how it works because I know there's gonna be a lot of people asking in the comments. But if you still have questions, then let me know. So on the first page, there's all these little squares that says 40. And then the next page, there's these little slots. Bottom corner says $40. That slot, you wanna put $40. When you put the $40 in that slot, you're gonna scribble out the 40 you filled in. I have some money, so let's fill in the book. 40. It's gonna take a little while because I do have some 20s, so I'll be back when we're donezo. How was the transition? I don't remember, but look at how satisfying this looks.
Now, it is very true that most Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, so here's how you can save more money. Number 1, you're going to open a separate account and automate your savings, meaning as soon as you get a paycheck, it's going to automatically send $10 to that account. Because the problem is, if it's sitting in your checking account, you're probably going to spend it. The second thing is you're going to expose your subscriptions. Here's what I mean. You're going to look at your bank statements and see what monthly subscriptions are coming out every single month. You're going to evaluate them. So whether it's Netflix, Hulu, Max, whatever it is, you're going to ask yourself what is worthy of keeping, because we have to enjoy ourselves, and what subscription do my parents have so I can bum off of them. As soon as you cancel that subscription, you're not going to use that money to buy more coffee. Since it's money that was already being used, you're going to use that cash to actually automate to your savings. The next thing you're going to do is pick up a side gig.
So I have my savings kind of split into many different avenues. I use the Goldman Sachs high yield savings account, which gets about, I think it's like 4.7% back or something per year. In that account, I have $6,200, so $6,200. In my Fidelity account, which is my stock account, my own personal stock account, I have about $5,400, and that just keeps increasing with the stocks. And that's split into a couple of different stocks that I purchased on my own. I have an Acorns account that I started when I first started working, and that kind of just takes my spare change and puts it into stocks for me. And so in my Acorns account, I have $2,600. I have a USAA account that has money in it, and my car insurance, my renter's insurance are both taken out of this account, but I just kind of keep some money in there, like I think more for like emergencies. So I have about $1,400 in that account. My debit card, I have $500 on it just for random purchases or for taking out money, you know, from like an ATM or something. My main savings account, where my check from my work goes into, has about $4,200 in it. I get my rent out of there. I pay off my credit cards with that account. So I don't really consider it like savings, but I guess technically it is money that I have. And then my Clio account. So I had a lot of money in my Clio account. Not a lot. I had like $1,500 in my Clio account, but I removed it and put it into my high yield savings account. So I'm back kind of at like the bottom with Clio. So I have about $50 in there, and I'm just going to keep building it back up. And then once I get to like 1,000, I'll probably take it out and put it into the high yield savings and just do it that way. Clio has this thing where it's like smart savings. So it'll take a look at your account and see what you can afford to save, and it will take money out of your main account based on like AI and stuff. So that's why I like Clio, but I just kind of use that as another way to save money. With all of that added up, I have about $20,350 saved up.
Here is how I would invest $1,000 in 2025. Number one, I would take $600 and buy VOO, which is Vanguard's S&P 500 fund. It's 500 of the biggest companies in the world, all in one fund. Number two, I would take $300 and buy QQQM, which is the NASDAQ 100 fund, usually like high growth tech stocks, good for growing your portfolio pretty quickly. And then I would take my last $100 and I'd put it in a high yield savings account that has about a 4.5% interest rate. And then I would do that every single month, and I would grow a nice little nest egg, and then I have a little bit of money on the side just for in case.
My emergency fund was fully funded last year and sits at just over £8,000. That will cover around 6 months worth of my basic living expenses, or just pay for some really expensive emergencies like a root canal. Up until now, my life has been quite low maintenance. By that I mean I rent, I don't have pets or kids, and I don't own a car, so I've not had to face many large unplanned bills. I think that will change this year because we are planning on buying a house, and then we will add a dog into the mix. So as someone who is prone to financial anxiety, I'm thinking both of those things come with fiscal risk and cost to maintain, so my emergency fund might not be a comfortable amount for me anymore. It might seem excessive since £8,000 is a lot of money, but for me, my safety net is everything. My plan is to increase it to £10,000 and just see how I feel about that. If you're a homeowner or have a pet, what has been the most expensive, unexpected cost you incurred? I'm not trying to scare myself, but rather kind of find it interesting and want to feel more informed about what to expect. Of course, insurance exists, but there are lots of costs that fall outside of that. I think emergency funds are so important, and no one can really tell you how much you should save for it because we all have different circumstances. Mine is based on the fact that I don't have family to fall back on if I need to. I'm self-employed and money anxious. A good benchmark is to start with 1 month's worth of your expenses, then increase it to 3 months over time, then more if you carry more risk. Personally, I wouldn't buy a house if I didn't have this safety net, and it's taken a lot more time to save for my house because of this.
Saving $1,000 a month becomes easier when you treat your savings like a non-negotiable bill, something that must be paid first. Start by cancelling unnecessary subscription and trimming down on daily expenses that don't serve your goals. Download a savings challenge sheet or template to track your progress and build momentum by saving small amounts daily. Join group savings challenges for accountability and motivation. Set a clear monthly savings goal and consider using a savings book with pockets to stash cash each day. Open a separate savings account, ideally one with good interest, and automate transfers from your main account. Don't hesitate to ask family members if they can share subscriptions. Aim to grow your savings by putting money into low-risk, interest-earning funds and avoid big debts like buying a house or car in today's uncertain economy. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Do comment in the comment section down below. What do you do to save $1,000 per month? Until next time, take care.